Hi guys, this is Karin and Bob. Say hi, Bob.
Hi.
Over at Sonrise Ranch Bees in the PD of South Carolina. This is July 3rd, 2018. And we're just gonna take a quick peek in hive number 1 to see, make sure everybody's doing good and that they're okay. And so here we go. Starting to draw it out a little bit. Not much on this outside frame. Nothing really going on. This frame started out as a nuke. Here I see 2 queen cups. And this queen cup definitely has royal jelly. I can see the white stuff in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the video. This one here has some white, definitely white stuff in it. Hopefully it'll show up on the camera. So I'm glad I looked in here. There was a queen in here the last time we checked. So I'm not sure whether they weren't happy with her or what's going on. I'm gonna have to look. And see what's going on. Now this frame has nothing really going on it. I think I'm going to swap these out. Let's see what's going on here. Has some brood, uncapped brood, lots of larvae in here. This looks like a torn down cell. Lot of nectar. But I'm not seeing a queen. Some brood, some uncapped brood here at the bottom, but not much. And the sun just disappeared, so it's hard to see. There is some larvae in here that's still growing, but they're not too many. Some brood on the back, still real spotty brood patterns, but as I said on the other video, these frames had lots of drones, and these guys had to make their own queen, and so I'm just hoping, you know, that the queen laid where she could until the other larvae that were in here hatched and she could get in and lay some eggs. So but but I'm still not seeing a queen. So we'll see. We got one or two more frames to look at, maybe three. Lots of larvae on this frame. Need to be capped, but there's a bunch of larvae and they're growing. They all look really good, very well defined. And so far, one queen cell. Cup, really. Yeah, with larvae in it, or something, white stuff. But there is lots of baby larvae here. Pretty much all of this, all the way out to here, is all different stages of nice pearly white larvae. Up and all the way down in through here. She's got a pretty good pattern going on this frame. It looks like, and she's even got eggs up here in these where the honey should be. Yeah, she has laid out this whole frame, is completely covered. Good job. Let me just find her though. This side has larvae. Now that the sun eggs. Tiny eggs. So she's been around here. I guess that queen cup is maybe for emergency purposes only, because it looks like she's laying a solid brood pattern on here. Absolutely solid. But only time will tell. But I'm sure not seeing her here. Not yet. Solid brood all over this. Larva. Good nectar stores up in the top. Lots of nectar on here. Lots of larvae on this frame. I don't see eggs, but every cell is full of larvae, it looks like. This looks good. Now, we were going backwards, so let's see. Let me look at this one again. I think I just looked at this one. Larva. Eggs all along the bottom row. The bottom inch of this whole frame is eggs. And the rest of it's larvae. Larvae in here. Eggs on the bottom of this side as well. I just wish I could see her. A lot of larvae in here, interspersed. There's, I'm not seeing any eggs on the top half of this. I'm seeing larvae up here in the corners and the top. It is about 80%, 85% humidity, and probably right now about 87 to 90 degrees. A little bit of a breeze, but it's very oppressive hot. Not quite as hot as you guys in the Northeast today, which you're hitting up to towards 100, but we're actually cooler down here in South Carolina, but very, very humid today. But even considering how hot it is, these girls are being pretty good. I'm not seeing any eggs on this frame. It's nectar and some spotty cap brood. This is nectar for the most part. There's a little bit of brood right in here that's uncapped, and just some that they've started to cap. But there's a lot of nectar over in here and up in the corners. But not seeing the queen, but since I saw eggs, I'm just going to leave this for now until we can hopefully find the queen, or they do something with that cup. If they need to, they have it. If she's not there, and I'm going to leave it until they fill it, or it looks like it has royal jelly in it, so they're either getting ready to fill it or they have filled it. So, but it isn't capped or closed yet, so I'm going to leave that in there and just keep an eye on it until I either see the queen or, oh, excuse me, or see some sign of what's going on. Anyway, this has been hive number 1 inspection. Pretty short and brief, just looking for the queen and making sure they have room. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Have a nice rest of the day.